Yep,
Take a quick break.
yep. Welcome to Old School Motorsports. We, the preset guys, are going to be doing some laps at the Roval tonight and at the Glen. So that's the show that's going to be lining up for y'all tonight. I think they were making fine adjustments to how they wanted to do certain things during the race. So I'm thinking they're doing 225% races. Not quite sure the formats. I think the Roval might be one times wear, so I'm thinking everything's going to be on one fuel run. Thinking both of them ain't going to be running with caution flags on. I think they might be doing manuals. So, with all that being said, I was lucky enough to kind of participate with their practices earlier. And I'm not a road course guy. If I were a road course guy, obviously I would compare it to the Glen. The Glen is one I can get around really good, but most other road courses don't quite handle like the Glen, in my opinion. But like I said, a lot of these guys love road courses, and you should see some pretty competitive action tonight. Um, I see Dark made it back.
Yep.
I was just talking to these guys about road courses. What's your take on road courses? I know you kind of came to be fond of getting around Canadian Tire and Road America. You was doing pretty good with.
Well, to be honest with you, man, I used to hate them. I really used to hate them, man. I was not a fan favorite of them. You know, they was, I would say, my worst tracks. But, and that was on controller. But once I got the wheel, and of course, Heat 4, Heat 5, the more I ran them, the better I got, the more I liked them. You know, um, they're challenging, man, but I love it. I love the challenge.
I know when you first joined us with old school and everything when we first seen um, our first take on road courses. I don't think we all did too hot whenever Watkins Glen that first race we had with y'all and with
Yeah,
all
that
the
was a
new guys that we
disaster.
had. That was a disaster. But I think as we went on and we practiced more and more, you definitely found something with the Will and you and Tommy. Y'all just went to a whole new level with road courses, and here I am, just like shit, damn road course.
Yeah. Well,
Except the Glen. I love the
well,
Glen, but
yeah, the Glen, I can be there with guys as long as I don't mess up. I can be there with the top guys, you know, but you got to be. It's no different than a road track, man. You got to be on your toes. You know what I mean? Hit your marks and be consistent, and you stand a good chance. You know, if you do like me, tend to screw up like I had Canadian Tire last season, and I gave that win to Robbie on coming to the checker, the white flag on the next to last turn there, and I lost it, and it sent me into the wall, and I couldn't get backed up and going before he caught me and got by. Uh, so he got a little bit of lead on me, and I wasn't able to run him down in that lap, but I straight up gave it away to. It's just little mistakes like that. They can cost you a lot.
yeah, and we definitely seen the competition level on both the custom side and the preset side, really being really competitive. Jake has been a great addition. Mills has been a great addition. We had a couple of first seasoners with Buck and Poopy making their debuts again here in the league, and on top of Chapman and Coyote and Memory and Pickle, I mean it's just so competitive. And looks like tonight at a road course, it looks like They're going to be doing a little tango here at the road courses here at the Glen. All right,
Well,
we got
here we
the
go.
go ahead to join. So, track.
Jesus.
Taken to the track. Just seen that as I was getting in.
Blue screen. Load in here. And I didn't even see who had the fastest lap.
I know in practice earlier they had two people that was in the 116s here, and actually Chapman actually was a little faster than Jake. I think it was maybe like a tenth difference between them. Both of them down to the 116 bracket. So
Yeah, I just jumped in and loaded up. I didn't even take time to look at
oh,
it.
looks like Chapman's leading them down with Jake second. So obviously the two fastest guys in practice. They lead us down. Oh, they touch. But we got Jake and Chapman, and it looks like Jake just got like Jake got off to the side. Chapman's at first. We gotta have Matthew second. We trying to see who we got third. I think it's Mills up to third. And Valvoline. Jacob back to fourth.
Boy, I have not got used to this course on Heat 5. I always ramp down here.
Yeah, that was one thing. Yeah, I didn't run a lot of it, but I was actually through this practice. I was like, if I
pretty
run
clean
a
right
little
there,
more,
man.
yeah,
All of them look like.
They all look like some professionals.
Yeah, it wouldn't look like that if I would have been coming through there with them. I would have seen a caution. And it looks like we got somebody coming to pit.
Jake coming in the pits.
Oh,
Matthew
the
hit
12
into the
in the
wall.
wall. There's another car just tapped the wall.
Mills taking the lead from Chapman. Oh, Mills hits the wall. Chapman back to the lead. Yeah, overdriving that entry can be so crucial. As we just seen, Mills had it, overdrove it, hit the wall, and allowed Chapman to dive underneath. And yeah, when I was running with these guys earlier, I was like surprised that, I was actually able to get around there. And if I would have put some time in to drive it, I probably can get my times down. I mean, I ran a 123 to their 116, so I mean, I was way off the pace from them. But I thought the track was actually not that bad. Even the braking points to getting into the chicane, I was starting to kind of learn to drive it a little bit. Maybe not as fast as some of these guys, but I thought that if I would put some practice in, I could probably improve myself. I could probably get to about a 118, 119.
Mills is starting to pull a little lead on this third on back.
Yeah, yep. Yes. Chapman, Mills. Thinking they're not doing cautions, as I was telling the guys earlier. I think they got the 86 cautions, but I think they might be doing manual in certain situations. So
now, is this a 25% race, or are they?
Yes.
Okay, they're doing two 25%ers. Okay.
Yes, 25% here, and then they're going to do a 25% at the Glen. Now, the Glen might have a different tire wear. I think they were doing 1 times here, and I think they had 3 times for the Glen.
I know we've handed over the reins there on the presets to wild card. He's done a pretty good job mixing it up, man. Kind of like the format, how he's mixed it up.
Yes.
It's interesting, It's we go in 50% every week. We know what we're running, and we run one track. These guys running 2 different tracks, so they had to practice on 2 different tracks for this week.
And also I think 2 different tire wears too. I think this one here is at 1 time, and I think
do.
the Glen's going to be 2 times.
I believe they changed wire up every time.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of running through the field here, try to get a look at other guys.
Yeah,
Wild
looks like
card. He's running about fifth or sixth, is it? I believe.
Jake is catching back up to the back of the field. He's got BBD in his sights. I'm actually, you can see in the background some cars about to get back there. Matthew, Pickle, trying to see where Pickle's at in all this.
Yeah, Jake and BBD. A little bit of rubbing.
Matthew in
Jake's
that
gonna
green
go on
8.
by on outside. That first turn, go by BBD.
Oh, Poopy Pants just smacks the wall and does a Huey. And he gets going again.
What?
Yeah, he was struggling here earlier too. James, he's definitely not a fan of road course. He just probably want to get this week over with.
I know you said
Get on to
Jake
the next
looked
week.
good. Hadn't got to see much Jake since he pitted first lap there, second lap, and then
Yeah,
right now
it
we
makes me
got
wonder.
Chap, and Mills look like the top cars early on from what I'm seeing, and they've pulled away from third. Chap
It
did have a
makes
little bit of
me
gap, but it looks like Mills kind of closed up just a little bit. But that gap between second and
makes
third is pretty big, man.
it makes me wonder if with Jake pitting, is everybody going to have to make at least one pit stop, or
Yeah. Is
he's
that a
just
pit strategy,
anticipating?
or
Yeah.
did he
Oh,
want to go and
BBD
get
must
his
have wrecked.
changes in?
BBD must have got a course penalty. I haven't seen him
Of
get one.
course, Jake does like to get his changes in as early as possible.
Yeah, Jake always
I've
tends
known.
to run a different strategy than a lot of people. In a lot of the cases, it works for him and it gives him that advantage. And
Yeah, he does the
you would
same thing
think,
in qualifying. He'll come in first lap and he'll make his changes and go right back out. I've raced with him long enough that I've noticed that about him. So,
yeah. So it looks like Pickle was in third. I can see whenever they had that kind of forward view, you can see Chapman, you can see Mills, and then you can see Pickle. So right now, currently, that's your
yeah,
top 3.
Pickle's coming across the finish line, and Chapman he is right there at Bank of America, a second, third turn there. I guess that is. So
Looks like with Chapman, with the lead he has, like he ain't got no pressure on him. So it looks like he's kind of taking it easy with this car. He's not trying to overdrive it. That might be something that helps him, because see Jake right now, I think because Jake's trying to make up time, any advantage he's going to have, it's going to probably start going away as the laps start clicking down. But I don't even see Pickle. Pickle's way back
yeah,
there.
that is Pickle's in black and white already.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's behind Mills. He's third.
yeah, okay. Yeah, he's a little further behind Mills than Mills is behind Chap. But
Yeah, I'm riding along with Jake now. I'm gonna see.
and I don't even know where
Where he's
fourth
at.
is. I see Memory here. I don't know what position that is. I know he's around fourth, fifth, somewhere in there.
I'm riding along with Jake here. Looks like the next person that Jake's coming to is going to be Poopy. That's the next person in his sights. And there, I'm right along with Pickle. See if I can get a good glance at who's behind him.
I don't know if Chap sort of falling off or Mills has just picked up the pace or hitting his lines a little better, but he was closing in there soon.
Well, like I said, with the
This
gap
long
that
back
Chapman
stretch now,
had,
it's stretched out a little bit once they hit that back stretch. He has probably got, I don't know, I'd say probably 0.8, 0.9. I don't think it's a full second, but real close.
Oh, okay, that's Memory behind Pickle. That's what it is. Memory is behind Pickle.
Wild car coming.
Let me ride around with the old season 2 preset champ wild card, and it looks like he's
Mr. Poopy Pants. He's down on the apron. I don't know what's going on with him. And almost into the
looks,
wall. I
looks like
think he's
he's
pulled over to get him a
actually
hot dog or beer. He just had to take him a damn piss. I don't know. Oh. Well, he's on pit road now, so I don't know if he pulled over and backed out or he lagged out. That looked more like a pulled over and backed out. He's on pit road, not moving. So, Mr. Poopy Pants.
You just say he had enough of this. I see you out the Glen.
Yeah.
But yeah, but looks like our Mr. Coyote, like he's trying to chase down Matthew.
Yeah, Mills is getting a little closer there.
Yeah, I'm on Poopy right now. Looks like, yeah, he's
And then you got.
I see a blonde up there, you know, looking down.
I seen a yellow car.
Try to hit him up.
Who is it?
Yellow car?
I thought, maybe it just looked yellow from way back here.
Could be green.
It might have been Memory. It just looked kind of yellow.
Memory's red.
It may have been, and it could have been. No, it wasn't Jake.
Okay,
I think it was Memory. It just looked that color from that distance I was showing.
And Jake got past Mikey. He's setting his sights now on season 2 champ wild card. Going through the chicane here right before the start finish line. And I see Memory on the back of his Pickle. That's going to be for position. Like Memory really closed the gap on.
Jake.
Pickle just clicked.
Jake just passed somebody.
Yeah, it must be Coyote.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mikey's right behind him.
And Memory makes the pass on his longtime friend Pickle.
Boy, Chapman stretched that lead back out. I'm wondering if something happened to Mills there when I switched away.
Oh, the battle heats up again. Pickle pulled side by side back with Memory on the outside, and he takes it. Yeah, man, we've seen some serious battles amongst these two in season 1, and they did not disappoint. And here they are. They find themselves. Memory ran him down, passed him. Pickle passed him back and kind of pulled away. Let me take a lap or two with Mills.
Yeah, I'm riding with these two. That's the most action I've seen on track so far. So, run a lap here with these two.
That's a nice paint scheme, that Valvoline at 88. I like those colors.
I wish they'd give us some throwbacks though.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that 88 with the throwback Junior's grandpa's car. The white one. Ooh, Memory gets loose. Wow, Pickle, get away from him there.
Yep. But they definitely spaced out, which is different than when I practice, because like everybody just stayed together.
Chap ain't quite checked out, but I mean, he keeps on up this pace, he will. He's checked out for those people in the back. He gonna be lapping traffic here before long.
I think Chapman is just taking a conservative approach. He backs out when he needs to, kind of take care of the car, and Mills gets a little close, then he just gets back on the gas a little bit. And right now, I think he's really controlling the pace of how he wants to run versus.
Yeah, it don't look like he's pushing nothing. He's being real. That corner he just went in right there. That's one that I was always losing it out of, gassing it at the wrong time. So I know that could be a tough corner right there, because you know it kind of goes. It's kind of got a heel. That and the chicanes, man, kill me every time.
Yep.
I'm glad we don't run this track, because I'd have to practice a whole lot, because I suck here. Man, I ain't scared of that.
Well, like I said, they added the Indy road course now, so and I actually like it. You know, the when we were at Run there, when they first added it to the Xfinity, it was different. I liked it. It was a different change of pace. Kind of have to learn everything because you didn't know sometimes where the road was and stuff like that. But after we started getting adjusted to it, but even here, even doing the Roval, I was kind of like, at first I hated the Roval because I guess maybe it was because I was over driving the kart so much and I've always quit.
Yeah.
But running the practice and running, I was like, well, hell, if you just take this approach, and I was spinning out way less, and I was actually uh, driving it better. Unlike tracks that's completely screwed up, like
What?
Sonoma.
Yeah,
Oh my
Sonoma,
God,
now
Sonoma's
Sonoma.
horrible.
Now if you recall, we talked about that and we got on there and we practiced. Yes, that track is rough, but it is fun. It's challenging, man. I like a good challenge, Anything that makes me have to try even harder, you know.
Yep.
It's
I
it's
mean, I
more
agree.
it's more fun. Just
I mean,
getting
look, if we,
just getting better. It's fun to run them and to try to get better. That's what makes it so fun. If you give up, you're never gonna get better on it. So you got to practice. You got to do what you got to do. But, some
you
people
know,
it's just better, some ain't.
yeah, here at Old School, we always trying different things and stuff like that. And like this season here, we did Road America. We I think we're doing Road America. I think we're doing Canadian Tire. We're doing 3 road courses
A
this year.
track that I hated that I like now. Road
Yep.
America.
And that's not to say that come in the future, in the next season or two or
Jake's underwater.
whenever, that who knows that we might include every road course. Have a challenge. Every single road course in the
Yeah.
game will do. It's across the board whether you like them, love them, or hate them. It's going to be a challenge to who can actually to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
And
we got our different guys. We do have guys. There's some that are a little better at the miles and a half. Some are better at short tracks, and some are better at the road courses. But all in all, everybody's pretty decent everywhere. You know what I mean? There are people who do have better tracks versus others.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I mean, that's why we like to keep it kind of fresh. With now, obviously, we talked about, you and I talked about, when we bring in new guys. I made the mistake for whenever I did the courses, which at the time it was fine, but with new guys kind of adjusted to us and everything, it's more difficult with new guys trying to adjust to a whole new league, new drivers, and new rules and a whole new scenery, and then having them being asked to run some difficult courses that normally with some good guys that know how to race around each other, it's easier than having a bunch of new guys with some guys that's familiar with each other, and it just makes things a little more difficult than they have to be. And that's things that we learn, as you can say, we learning as we go with the process, and we getting better, and we growing. So who knows, who's to say that come next season that we don't run all road courses, or at one point we choose to incorporate all road courses in a season just to keep it fresh, just to keep things
Yeah,
going.
we're
And
we're doing what, 26 races this season,
26 races this season,
and
yes sir.
there's what it's 36 races total in Cup, correct? Counting championship now.
Yeah.
I know, in the real NASCAR, I think the 26 races that's the cutoff for the playoffs, and then your next 10 races are the playoff races, if I'm correct. Or that's
Yes,
how it was. I'm
that's
sure it
how it
still
was that
is.
I
Okay.
remember.
So I mean, one season I wouldn't be against running a whole 36 schedule if everybody wanted to. You know, uh, you know, I don't know. We can mix it up. We've done tried the shorter ones. I think we did what? our first season, 16 races total, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then the second season, I think we kind of stuck with same, or we might have added a few more.
I
But
think it was like 20. I think it might have been
yeah,
20.
and so
18, something like that.
we added some more this season so we could have a bigger selection of tracks because, just because we wanted to, you know.
Well, it was
So
also the time frame with Heat 5, and we was able to have a longer season because the game just came out. So, I think that's something we can look into in the future is, when the new games come out, we can make our maybe try to do our seasons and leagues and kind of when the new games come out, because that transition from 4 to 5, we had a little bit of issues because some people couldn't get the game as quickly as others were able to get the game,
right, right.
and trying to have that balance of trying to decide on when we're going to all transition to the new game. So that's all things that we always discussing, and we just that's what helps us get better because we bring our drivers involved and we get their opinions. But
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would agree to a full schedule to where we could run all tracks. You know, again, just whatever.
mhm.
I'm up for almost anything, you know. You know
Yep.
me, I'm like most of these other guys. That's like a race, have fun, man. Have fun with my buddies.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the front, Chapman needs a telescope to see who second place is,
Ah, yeah, he is. He
and
gone.
looks like he's catching Mikey Dan to put him probably a lap down.
I'm at the point here. I'm just switching about every, I don't know, 5, 6 seconds. Leave it on the guy and just switch around there. So scattered out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make sure I don't lose track of the leader in case a lead happens change or something. But I don't think it is. I got a question here because I just thought about it. I have not seen nobody pit yet, other than
With the exception of Jake.
with the exception of Jake. Yeah. So are they running? They're not running stages, are they?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well,
Nope.
I'm just wondering if they got enough fuel. Are we gonna see a pit stop? Because I don't know how many laps they're actually running at 25% here. I know the road courses are a lot shorter laps because they're longer, but I don't know exactly.
I forgot if it was 20-something laps or 30-something laps. They was talking about the laps earlier.
Do you know anybody
And
that's streaming? I know Jake normally does. I've got it on old school in case somebody comments. I can comment in the comments. You know what I mean?
mm,
So if you can pull up somebody's stream, see maybe we can get a lap count, something.
yeah, I
Ooh,
can try
Mike
right
in the
now.
wall. Chap just lapped him. BBD. Custom car. Yeah. I don't even. I didn't even see. I seen a car come in the picture there at the last second, but and I don't know if that was memory or Mills, but that's how far that car is back from Chap.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was Mills, but yeah, he's not even. Watch him his view. He's not even seeing Chap no more.
I'm on Jake, and apparently Jake's not streaming either.
Jake usually streams. I wonder if there's a way you set it up to where it don't give out the notification or something when they stream, because it normally, like when he does it like a day or two later, he'll post it in the old school chat, you know.
he might save the race, after I go to the gallery and go
Yeah,
that way, because he does do the share gallery thing,
yeah, yeah.
that the editing tool thing.
Cause I don't most time like unless it's an endurance race or something like that, I don't see him racing live most of the time. You know, I think that's what he might do. He might just hit that L2 there and do it through the gallery, and then he posts it later or something. I don't know. Maybe if he comes up in the booth tonight, that's a question to ask him.
Yeah, he might not live stream because maybe it might cause him a lag.
Yeah.
I was just, I
Yeah.
didn't even realize why I never live streamed, because I lagged it, and I just realized not
Yeah,
too
you
long ago
used to,
that
and you don't
it's
do it no
constantly.
more.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? The other day, I was glitching at New Hampshire, and I want to say day before yesterday, I was running in about an 18-car lobby with some of the guys in the league and everything, and I had the wife playing her Xbox, and I had all my devices hooked up on the internet. I didn't glitch or lag one bit.
That's
So I was like,
crazy.
yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I know I got good enough
Your
internet,
yeah,
and I just immediately thought,
your glitch made it hard at New Hampshire. Like when I would get a good run, you would glitch, and I couldn't catch you. You know what I mean? I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! I'm thinking to myself, that damn glitch, man. I can't get to because it keeps glitching, but it wasn't a constant glitch. It would glitch like every other few seconds or something, you know what I mean? But that glitch would shoot you forward. I even seen it when I went back and watched the broadcast. There was one time that you was coming on the inside. I believe it was Robbie, and I think that's when you put him in the wall, but you glitched about that same time. And it shot you.
and
You could see it shoot you forward real quick, even in the broadcast, because they had like top view on it,
yeah, it was funny to watch the race, and it's like, holy crap, my car is kind of like all over the place.
Yeah, it was real fast when it was glitching. I tell you that, but yeah.
Man, it's just crazy. Like I said, I don't think it was me. I just think it was something to do with the server that was on me, because,
Well,
like I
we
said,
all know when the heat fire come out, that's one of the main things they had a lot of issues with. Guys was complaining about was the glitching. They did. It's a lot better than what it was when the game first come out, I can tell you that. But they still have their server problems. And I don't know if that's got to do with iRacing or just so many people on what the deal is, but it seems to happen a lot more than it should. You know what I mean?
and I know earlier when we were practicing the first practice, we were all sitting here about to race, and they kicked us all out the party.
Yep.
They kicked us out the race, and Jake had to end up restarting, and
Boy, look like
it's
Cap's been
just
allowed.
crazy.
Mr. Coyote here.
I'm trying to get a gauge on where Jake's at. Jake is now about to catch. Okay, well, BBD just got out of the way.
They're coming out of turn to the big long straightaway here. Yeah, he made that look pretty easy getting around wild card and pulling away like he ain't even married.
Meanwhile, I think I seen Pickle and Memory still back there racing each other.
He's got a good lead on Jake too.
Oh yeah,
Big lead,
but it makes me wonder if he's gonna have to pit.
that's what I am so curious of at the moment. How many laps on the tank these guys got? Because we both know Canadian Tire, you only get you can get 10, but you've got to save some fuel in order to get 10. If you go balls to the wall, you have to pit in 9 laps. So, and I know they run more than 9-10 laps here, and I haven't seen nobody but Jake pit. So I'm curious. You know what I mean?
If the running order is still Chapman first, Mills second, Memory just hit the wall for third, and Pickle wins in the back of him for fourth,
Oh, I seen grass. I'm trying to get to them. Oh, that must have been them too.
Yeah, Memory hit the wall. Pickle went right behind him, and Jake is actually getting the next two guys. Jake is going to get to is these two guys.
All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of keep it there. I just seen Chap go by Pickle there. They coming through there. He's going down that big long straightaway. Let's see if we can
Yeah, they're
see.
about to get to that last turn to get to the banks over here.
Get a different view. Yeah, Jake's coming. He's right there.
Yeah, and that should be third and fourth that he got his eye sets on. So he's picking them off. Now, whether he gets to Mills, and obviously, you know, it's a big stretch for
BBD's off pace here. Okay, Mikey just went around him. Okay, I'm going to put it on memory, and I'm going to keep it on memory for a second and look back for memory. That way we can see Pickle and Jake, because
Yep.
those three are the closest.
The battle coming up.
Yeah, they're the closest ones right now. Everybody else is so scattered. Boy, if I was doing this by myself, I wouldn't know who the leader was, probably. And
yeah.
Well, that's good. Mills hit the wall.
Mills hit the wall. So
no, that wasn't Mills. That was Pickle. No. My bad. That was Pickle. Jake takes over that spot.
Jake takes over. Yep. Pickle's get going again. He's going again. Let me see how much. He lost some ground there, and he's still having trouble. He's hitting the wall. See, the guys were talking earlier that on one times where it's the whole race is basically on one tank of fuel.
So he's in the wall again.
Yeah, he must be really, really loose. I would think he must be really, really loose.
I wonder if his tires are about gone.
That might be the reason why Jake pitted. Maybe just to have just a little bit, but so soon, I don't know how much of a difference that would make. Yeah. But maybe, who knows, going one whole lap then pit, that might make a huge difference going around on this track.
And we
have more pressure tires.
And we know presets burn the tires off faster than customs.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what Jake's counting on. To that one lap, he'll give him that little bit extra to if Chapman and the people in front of him have to pit, he might have made up enough ground to where he might be the leader when everybody else that comes out of the pits. But how much of a lead and how that transition, hopefully we know when the end of the race is, which we should.
I say when they start slowing down, it's going to be the end since we ain't got stages.
Yeah, no staging and no cautions, so, and they haven't had one yet, so.
Yeah, memory's kind of pulled away just a little bit. Kind of go around track, come back to these two here in a second.
Let me see if I can get back to Pickle, because he was definitely struggling. Like I said, it could be like you were saying, it might have enough fuel, but will the tires be the thing that
you know how it is.
Oh yeah.
Mills just went around wild card. I think he's still, I believe he's still holding second, is he not? I'm not sure no more. Chap's pulling away from.
Chap and Mills had such a lead because, like I said, the Mills.
I think Mills is still second.
Memory, and Pickle and Jake were basically third, fourth, and fifth. Which now, with Pickle wiping out, that puts Jake up a spot. But like I said, they so spread out here.
So, a couple of y'all guys, a couple of those guys gonna have to stream, give us something to look at, man. Y'all making it hard for us up here. We don't know nothing. We can't tell the people nothing. We just up here with our fingers up our ass, just calling the race.
And I don't see anybody even remotely close to Mills and Coyote when they look back. So I would assume that he's still second, and I would assume that Jake, third place is Mills, and it's about to be Jake. Because Jake is just about there. I'm thinking about another lap. He's gonna He's gonna be
Yeah,
all but past Memory. He's right there.
he's on his bumper almost now.
And they got another lap, so yeah, he's like there. I think coming to the next start finish line, I think
He
Jake's
get a
gonna be
little
definitely have
pressure
that
on
spot.
him, make him make a mistake. You know, just
Okay,
that
so
guy being in that rear view can make you overdrive.
yes, just to kind of show you an indication, them guys just came across the start finish line going through there. Chapman's already going through the chicane, the first chicane, and he's about to, get back up on that track to. So I mean, he's like almost a good half a
Jake's
lap
looking
ahead of
from the
everybody.
outside here.
Yep, there he goes. Oh, nice
Side by
side.
side. Memory's got the.
Ooh,
Well, I would think Jake might have the third line here.
he
Memory's
might
got
have
the
momentum, but the
inside, but
inside.
yeah. Let's see what they do
Oh, do they
here.
touch here?
Oh, Memory made a mistake.
Oh,
And
whoa!
here goes Jake. Just
There
like I
goes Jake.
said, make him make
Yeah.
a mistake. That's about the best thing you can do is be patient and just keep your presence. And guys, I tend to do it sometimes, overdrive, trying to keep that guy behind me. Or just him being there, the presence of him.
Yep.
If you screw up, they're going to get you. You know what I mean? They're going to.
Yep. Oh yeah. But memory's still there.
I think the race is
Oh.
over.
Oh, was that the pass for third?
Yes.
Yeah, because they are definitely going slow now. We will find out, because if we change out of here, we know the race is over. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, because they didn't call all the other wrecks and spins for anything, so.
So we got Chap, Mills, and Jake. I
Jake
believe.
should be 1, 2, 3, Memory should be 4, and Pickle should be 5.
If I don't think Pickle got past before he ever got going real good, did he?
I don't think so either. But that's impressive for Jake to come back to get all the way up to third. I mean, maybe he
Yeah,
now
especially pitting on the first lap there. I mean, he lost a lot of time, those guys.
race 1
And
over, 5-minute break, be back 9:57. So
all
7
right,
minutes they gonna get everything going for the next race. So that's what it was. Race is over, and
and we're gonna go bowling at the Glen.
yeah. So it looks like Chapman, Mills, and Jake is going to be the top 3. So I mean, we got to remember that because we're going to invite them guys into the booth later, talk about race 1. But Chapman with a 115. Chapman was hauling the mail. Jake with a 116, almost a 116 flat, and then Mills obviously 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was a lot of guys in the 116s. So we had some fast guys out there.
Yep, I guess I'm back out of here.
Yep.
What's up, Josh? Where's your daddy at?
Wife's trying to kill us.
She burning down the house.
She burned down the house.
The roof is
The
on fire.
roof is on fire.
We don't need no water. Let
that mother burn. Burn. Let me see. I gotta go put the little fan on for her.
No, it's good.
You good?
Yeah, it's on.
You don't need a blowjob? She looked at me like. I usually put a fan on at the smoke detector to keep the detector from going off. She's like, "No, I got it. I'm good. You don't need a blowjob." Blowjob on the smoke detector. Man. So how is the little cat? While we got some time.
Man, I don't know. I'm not sure if maybe that next door dog, because it likes to chase those cats. I'm not sure if it chased it and maybe got a hold of the cat, and hurt it. I don't see no punch holes on it, but it looks sick, and it's wobbling when it walks. You know what I mean? Almost like
Maybe call it
maybe it
stroke.
eats something, maybe like it eats something, or it's poison, eat something poisonous or something.
Oh man.
You know, it's like I said, it's like its little mouth. It looks watery and stuff. So I'm thinking it either got into something or animal or something got a hold of it. You know, 'cause it didn't get run over by no car. I wouldn't think
Hmm.
it's just a kitten. It wouldn't be walking. You know what I mean? Its rear would be
Yeah.
crushed. So, and I don't know. Them cats are tough, man. I tell you what, they tough. Been 2 days. He's still walking around. So hopefully it'll be all right, man. Never
Hmm.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe just got to eat something that didn't agree with it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it. I've seen it drink some water, but I don't think I've seen it eating it in the last couple of days.
Hmm. They sending out invites or not yet? I don't think so. Still kind of
Mm.
early. But the
Oh
Glen.
Lord, well, we got Joe Exotic on in our league, right? A guy with
Hmm.
the screen name Joe Exotic. Man, there's a gamer tag says Carol Baskin's husband.
Yeah.
Baskin's
Yeah.
HUS.
Yep. HUS. Yep. I seen that. I was like, are you serious?
Boy, wouldn't that be nice to get those two in a lobby together? Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin.
Yeah. Which one of y'all are the real one? Now?
Yeah, that's funny. Well, I hope they uh, remember to send us invites.
Well, we're gonna find out in 2 minutes. I think last time they sent it to us after qualifying, so we probably ain't gonna get invites until after. Probably won't be till after they qualify. Well, this week the Custom Cup Series goes to Chicago.
Yep. I expect maybe a top five.
Well, like I said,
Unless I
Chicago.
can do something with my car. I don't know. I'll run some practice.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, when I was running in those lobbies, could see some of the guys was practicing Chicago already. So I was basically on the track with them, and my car is fast, but I'm also like, dang, I'm always thinking of Robbie and Wide because they're right now they're the two that I feel that I got to chase the most with as far as being competitive, and immediately I'm trying to think, what can I do?
Well, we all chasing them for his point. I mean,
Well, yeah, I'm just talking
we're
about. I guess.
battling amongst each other. I mean, you, and Tommy is we're not
Right
that
there.
far
Yeah.
apart there. There's a little gap between us, but those stage points a bad night, bad stages, and the other guy having good stages can close those gaps, and that
You
goes
know,
for first and second. But we just got to have those two guys got to slip up. Wide wasn't having that good of a night at New Hampshire, but he ended
but
up with a decent
even
finish.
with him not having the solid night, he still managed to finish pretty good. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I
I mean,
gained
he
some
had a
points
good
on him, but
run.
not a whole lot. You know what I mean? I think he finished. I finished fifth. I think he finished sixth, fourth or sixth. I can't remember if it was. No, golf finished fourth. I
Yeah.
believe it was. Uh,
And I really circled that map for my first win of the season because I get around there so well. And just I practiced really well. I used my setup that was really good with, and for some reason, when it came to race day, my setup on the last third of the run didn't line up what I practiced, which I just was running way looser than I did for like 200 practice laps.
yeah,
And my car never got near that loose to where I'm losing 2/10 a lap when it started. And you seen the lead I had, and when my car started going away, it was like I was like, "Are you serious?" And I just kept I was trying to baby it a lot to try to get to the end. And after the first stage, I was trying to, okay, I got to fix this before the third stage because I know third stage is going to come out, and I was like, okay, good. If I'm anywhere from a short to a mid run, I'm going to be fine. If it comes down to a long run, green flag run, I'm like, oh my god, I got to be able to find a way to fix this car because
yeah,
there's no way I'm gonna be able to hold off Robbie or anybody because
it,
and I kind of shot myself in the foot there at the end too because I kind of pitted too soon. I should have waited longer to pit because I still kind of started getting into the part where my car started to get too loose there at the end. I should have
right.
waited about another 8 laps before I pitted.
Um, it was weird because my car was fast too. I had a super fast car. Uh, when I got out front, I, I'm, I just was trying to use both lanes, and if y'all guys were side by side, I would try to use whatever lane benefited to keep y'all side by side. But my car was fast, and when I got out front, it was good. You had the fastest on start and getting out front. Now you did have the fastest like the first, I don't know, 10 laps, but if I got in there and got with you and raced you and made you have to race a little harder, my car would hang with you. But I think I had the best car on a long run in old tires because I could catch y'all. You know what I mean? Your car would give up, and as long as I didn't overdrive and feather the throttle, I was better than you, Robbie, Tommy, and I could catch y'all. So,
I just simply, after that first stage and I seen that my car was starting to do something different, I just kept trying to adjust and basically try to get my car race ready um, for the end for stage three. I only won stage two because it was a short run.
yeah,
And I mean, shit, I was able to do that. I was like, if the end of the race would have been the same, I would have been fine. But,
yeah,
I don't like to think like that. I like to, okay, well, we know we're going to have way more green flag runs than not. So that's my immediately instinct was, I got to try to fix this car. And I end up trying to race differently, trying to conserve that right rear. I mean, I was trying to drive totally different the last 2/3 of that race because my car that I practiced with didn't basically transfer over to the game, or I should say the last third of my car didn't transfer over to the game
uh,
like it should have. But I guess in a sense that's what I have to be prepared for is those. Okay, well, what do you do? If it don't be that way, what can
yeah.
adjustments? So it puts it on me
You
to
know,
practice different scenarios and like, okay, what if my car is really loose? What can I do to tighten it up? What if my car is too tight? What can I do to loosen it up and make it still performance wise? Because I was telling Rob this the other day. You know, it's one thing to have good speed and your car to be underneath you, but it's your speed on over the course of your run or your mid and towards the end of your fuel run that which makes the biggest difference. And
Yeah.
I find that's the difference that I see with myself competing against Robbie and um, Wide is I can kind of compete with them early. I need to compete with them over the course of the full fuel run.
Well, see, well, we showed at New Hampshire they can be beat, and we can compete with them. You know what I'm saying? We showed that with the cars at New Hampshire. Um, like I said, that was one you shot yourself in the foot, but that was one at the end that I had the best shot and racing you instead of letting you go because, like I said, you was on 10 laps older tires than me. You pitted earlier, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew I had you on the longer run. And I just gassed it a little too hard coming out of that turn, and it almost, by me trying to dodge pit road, keeping it from going in pit road, I got a little looser and I hit the barrels. I got to get going so I didn't lose, but, you know, 2, 3 spots, but still, that's the difference. I got to stop making those little mental errors like that because I was set up for the best position to have the best tires at the end versus you. You know what I mean? Because we was gonna come out ahead of Robbie, and I would have been first. That would have made you first when you passed me if I would have just let you go on and stayed with you. You know what I mean? But
Did you do anything else besides two tires? 'Cause I know you said you took two tires at the end because you didn't drive away from me.
nope.
Because I was thinking that could have possibly, you
Nah,
probably
now
would
the
have had a
end
little bit of wedge.
at the end,
At the end, you said you took two tires, right?
no, that was I think that was like the second last bit. It was when I was about third or fourth when the caution come out,
Yeah.
but something had happened, but my left side tires was still at 80 something, almost 90%. So my right sides was a little lower. So I just took right sides. I was trying to gain position, and I did. But yeah, that last one, that last pit stop, I took 4
Okay.
under the manual. The caution under the caution, the last caution is the one I took 2 and gained spots and got up front. But yeah, like I said, it was going to work out, but I got to stop making the mistakes, man. And I hope
Yeah,
these guys
man.
ain't started because I ain't got the first invite.
Nah, I think they just started qualifying. We should be getting invites soon because Coyote did send a message saying that he's going to send invites out in a second. But yeah, man, that New Hampshire definitely would have came for you and Tommy. Both the y'all didn't
Uh,
need
had a shot at
your
Atlanta, you
accidents.
know, had a shot
Yeah,
at Atlanta.
yeah, Atlanta too.
Uh, like I said, man, it's there. I've been close over the 3 seasons. I've been close a lot of times, and it's just keeps eluding me. You know what I mean? It's frustrating because I can go. I've ran in all kinds of other leagues, man, and I can win. And they want to come
You
here in
know,
our league. I just can't seem to finish it off when I need to and pull it out. You know what I mean? I make those little mental errors.
you see, I've seen your car has you've gotten better from season two to so far into season three. I would be shocked if you don't get a win in this season because
Oh, you better
you're
Canadian
so
Tire.
much
I'm
closer
coming.
now.
I'm coming, Canadian Tire.
There's the invites, but
Hopefully, I don't shoot myself in the foot again. But
you are definitely closer now and competing and being more competitive at more tracks. I feel this season than you were last season. So that's what I'm saying. Um, you definitely have a shot this season to get one, maybe even two wins. Now, obviously, Wildcard and Robbie, they're there always looks like they putting in some good work to be competitive everywhere. So speaking, us have to work harder too. But that's what this league's all about, the competitive nature of it. We don't want anything given. We don't want to just have the best car and just dominate.
That's no fun. I
So
mean,
that's no fun.
everybody wants to win, but I'm sure it gets boring. It's like I told Jake when we interviewed him last week or week
Mm-hmm.
before. When I asked him about the competition.
All right,
Um,
time to join.
that was because I've seen him in another league just dominate. You know what I mean? Win Friday and Saturday night race. And there's a lot more talented, a bunch more talented guys in there. So um, that's why I had to ask him that question because I've seen him. Yes, he's been consistent over here, but he hadn't dominated these guys like I've seen him dominate other guys. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing some stiff competition, and they sure giving him a run. Those guys ain't no slouches.
And here we go. Looks like Chapman and Jake starting out the front again. And Chapman basically starting off where he left off, out front. And Jake's second. I'm trying to see what the people changing the color scheme, so I'm trying to figure out who's third and fourth. And but yeah, Jake took a quite quick peek, but pulled back under. Let's see if I can see. We look like Pickle is fourth. Oh, somebody
Two
goes
of them
wide.
got
That's
loose
Jake
back
that goes
there.
wide.
Yeah,
Oh.
that blue car, I couldn't tell what number it was, but
Looks
somebody
like
just slipped in there and took that second while them two went wide. That wasn't Mills,
Memory.
was it?
That
Memory?
is Memory. Memory is behind. Okay, Pickle's up to second. Memory's third. Mills fourth, and Jake's back to fifth.
I like that paint job
And
on Memory's car. That's
ooh, who's that?
that's
That's
different. Oh boy, they
Matthew.
three
Matthew is right
wide
there
coming
behind
through that
Mills.
turn, banging.
Yeah. Right now, Chapman is loving what he is seeing.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got to
he's
stretch himself a
pulling
little
away while
lead out
these
there.
guys doing this.
But
Oh, that eight
Jake
throws
back up.
it in
Yeah,
there and sends a Memory
and Matthew.
wide.
Matthew is the eight. But Jake is up to third. He's after losing ground early.
See a bunch of dirt
Oh,
flying.
Pickle just
Oh,
lost
pickles
it. He
around.
spins around, and
Single
I do
car. Will
not
that be a caution?
know. That might be manual. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the cautions is actually off. I want to say the manual might be the thing at the discretion. But if he lost it on himself, then that's just him
I
shooting
didn't
himself
see
in the
another
foot.
car. I didn't see another car spin.
Yeah,
So
all I saw was
we'll
him.
see when
So
Chapman comes across the
yeah,
finish line here if he slows down or they
yeah.
continue the race. He jumped out there, boy.
So yes, he is gone right now. Jake is back up to second with the misfortunes of Pickle.
Can he win both races? Can he pull the sweep?
That would be something.
He's working
But
on
we
it.
do know how good Chapman is. I mean, he won a lot of races last season. I want to say he won maybe one more than Coyote, and Coyote is the one that won the championship. So we know Coyote already said that road courses ain't his thing. So he's definitely trying to not lose too many points in these races.
Yeah, but yeah, I've noticed I didn't know that he said that, but I can tell.
But looks like we stay green. So yeah, I guess they just it was a 1 car deal and they stay going. And
Jake's starting to pull away third here a little bit, getting a little gap.
but meanwhile, Chapman is on the front stretch, and Jake Chapman probably opened up about what 2.5 second lead, I would think. 2.5, 3 second lead. And Jake is obviously ain't got no pressure for second. And Memory looks like the closest competition is Memory, Mills, and Matthew. Yeah, that's third, fourth, and fifth. And Pickle looks like he settles right in front of Mikey Dan. You ride along with him because I don't know what happened. Maybe he got too low. I want to say he spun almost where you always seems to find your way to spin. I want to say it's always that coming up through the S's. He caught the grass and he just spun. Because you gassing up, you got a little loose coming up over the hill, and the second part of the S is coming up.
Yeah.
I think that's where he spun. You know, you just gas, you just get off the pavement onto that grass, and you just spun.
Yeah, the S is probably my worst spot on this track. Sometimes now, if I get it too low coming out of that last turn, I'll goof up, you know.
Yeah, you can say. I mean, like we were talking about, man. Our competition level in both series is hands down probably some of the best racing that we have in this season. I mean, that's one thing I could say about old school from first season to second season to third season, and where we at now. Our competition and competitive level, and you know our races that we're putting on is just getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
And you know that's one thing. It's pretty good to see.
Yeah, you know, when we was talking about me earlier in my driving, you know, I think I've gotten faster, not only by doing my own setups, you know what I mean, but being more patient, less aggressive. I'm not wearing my car out as much, you know what I mean?
And look, first season, you know, you and Tommy was finding a lot of setups online when y'all first started, and y'all was tweaking them to y'all liking. And if y'all are doing more of your own setups
on Heat 4, yeah. Heat 5, the only setups that I have, I've got like 2 or 3. And I think I got Robbie sent me those at the first of the season. I mean, when the game first come out, and he sent them to me off the get-go. But it was a problem with the game, if you remember, and I didn't mess with it again for 2 weeks. They did the updates now, and I didn't mess with it. So those setups now ran his, but the rest of them, I ain't got none of them online. I don't go online. I ain't been online the first time on Heat 5 to get a setup. I don't want nobody's setup. I want to make my own. You know what I mean? I'll feel better about it because now that I understand it more, you know what I mean?
I think that is where people probably gain the most as far as not only being competitive, but taking their whole game up a level is whenever you learn how to tweak with these cars. That's going to make you better, because when you take somebody else's setup, you're taking somebody else's setup based on their driving style.
Right.
I mean, in some cases, you might have to almost detune that setup completely to get it to where you want it to handle. And by that time, you ain't got no speed. It might handle good, but you're 3/10 slower than the fastest person on the track, and it's just, you can't be competitive that way. But when you doing your own tweaking, your own customizations, you're not only getting the handling to you're liking, you're getting the speed to compete where your liking is. Yeah. And I think that's why I seen you and Tommy definitely improve, and that's what happened with Rub.
And Tommy will tell you,
on his own things.
Yeah, Tommy will tell you, like at the first season when I actually started playing the game, when they fixed a lot of that stuff, Tommy will tell you, I was on here 4 or 5 hours at a time and doing.
Oh, we got the 8 car, Matthew coming to pit road. Sorry,
I was doing 3 to 4 setups. You know what I mean? A day. I did that for like 2 or 3 days in a row. So, you know, I was building setups. But I didn't, they still got, other than the races that I've raced this season, on the setups that I made, those have been tweaked. You know what I mean? The ones that I have put in on the tracks we haven't raced yet, to where we've raced a race, those are not. Those probably could still need some tweaking because I didn't spend a lot of time on them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just got the car where it felt good, and I ran like 10 to 20 laps, and if it felt pretty decent, and I kind of went by the dailies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't worry about it. I was just trying to get set up things. And then my thought process was, I'll tune it when we come to that track. And then once I tune it when we come to that track, I won't ever have to do nothing to it again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been doing. The ones I do have in, I tune them as we come to practice that track that week we're racing. That's when I fine tune them, you know. Because
I don't know
I don't like
if.
trying to come in, throw in, set up, and race. You can't,
Yeah.
man. You cannot come in on a race night throwing in, set up, especially if you got it from offline somebody else. Not knowing how that thing's gonna run, whether it's gonna be loose, tight, how it's gonna act around people. You know, most times it causes more issues, and of course, the person didn't practice either. You know, so. And I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if Pickle pitted or not, but he's about to go a lap down to Chapman.
Yeah,
Chapman just
yeah, he
passed him.
just did. Yeah, I was trying to get to see who that was he was about to pass, and I guess that's who it was. But,
Pickle is having trouble. I mean, really, 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 really,
yeah.
really bad trouble. I don't know what's going on. He usually would do these road courses pretty good, especially here at Watkins Glen. He's really fast here. I said, I don't know if he just overdrive and he's just
Oh,
discouraged
he's
and
in the
he's
dirt.
just.
Look at his car. Oh, he just hit the wall. His car ain't driving his liking. I can tell, but because I'm looking at it from the back end. Now he's running wide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his car is not handling the way he wants it to.
Yeah, and it's a shame too, because I mean, I really would have thought Pickle would have been at least a contender here because we both know how fast he is here.
Yeah.
Whenever we race with him here, we knew Chapman was going to be fast here. We knew Jake was going to be fast here.
Oh, he just messed up, and around he goes, and he's into the wall.
Yeah.
He's in the inside barrier. He's home.
He's probably waiting for people to be done so he can back out and not be in anybody's way. Man.
He's coming down the pit road. No, he ain't. He dodged back out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have damage either, I don't believe.
No, they don't run damage in the preset series.
Oh, he's in the wall again. I wonder if his controller is dying or something.
I don't know, but is he going to continue racing or he's just going to basically leave? I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know.
He's not moving.
Yeah, you know how when your controller dies, it looked like he couldn't turn. It just kept going straight, like he had no control over it.
Okay, well now he's going.
I don't know what that is. See, it's still like going to the left, going straight, like he can't turn it.
Okay, well maybe. Okay, well then he might have some issues over there because
yeah, he's got some serious.
Now he's trying to go again and.
That's up. Yep.
Oh,
now he's in pit road.
He just disconnected.
I wonder if
wow.
That look like you know how it does when controller die. You ain't got no. It'll keep going. You ain't got no control over it. But
yeah,
we'll find out. Hopefully, what happened to him.
Yeah.
There.
Well, that could probably be the reason why he was not running great either. He was probably could have been fighting some mechanical issues.
Yeah. That's a tough break for him, man. Go right here on the hood view with Chap.
Meanwhile, again, Chap needs a telescope to see it. Look back to try to find Jake.
25%. You remember how many laps that is here? That ain't like, what, 18? 20 laps, maybe?
Hell, I don't even remember. It might probably maybe less than that. It might be around maybe 17 or something like that. Maybe 15.
Yeah, because 50%. I don't even know if 50% was over 25 laps. I can't remember.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, shoot, it's been so long. I would think that they're a good 3/4 of the race through by now. And looks like Chapman is approaching BBD.
Yeah, there's nobody behind him whatsoever, man. I don't see
And
nobody.
he is just getting through these corners really,
Ooh,
really,
BBD
really good.
got some long service going on there. Oh, it's up on two tires into the wall.
He's trying to stay out of the way because that Chapman was coming. That three was hauling the mill.
Blimp view here on the leader. He's just riding along, man. He has no pressure, so you know he's in a good spot. He don't have to push his car that hard. He can just chill and ride, man.
Okay, I'm assuming there's going to be pit stops in here because Coyote
Yeah,
just came out
Coyote's
the
coming
pits.
Putting him a lap down. And again, we don't have my stream, so we don't know what lap we on, how many guys lap down, none of that.
Yeah, I said I'm assuming that Jake don't live stream, but he probably, because the races are so short, he probably save his clipping. He probably waits to start recording. He goes back an hour and. Because remember, it saves like the last 60 minutes, so if he ends it the minute the game is over, then
Yeah, I'm sure he
should
does,
have
because if I remember, like when you go to his channel, I think he's
Leader on
got.
pit road.
Yep.
Leader on pit road.
I think when you go to his channel, he's got some kind of like video stuff that he edits in there or something on his channel. That was what I was trying to figure out how to do, like, you know.
I think Mills is up to second. It is a white car that just passed.
Oh, we got Jake looking to the inside of Matthew there.
Okay, so that's probably for a position because I think Mills is second.
Got Memory right behind them two. There goes Jake. It's the inside. Matthew ain't going away though. He's gonna have the inside in this turn. He's gonna do a crossover. Looks like Matthew got the run down the front stretch there though. Jake gonna look inside.
Chapman back on the track.
I'll tell you what, if that is position, Matthew is. Ooh, I don't know. Was that a glitch?
Lag, huh?
I look like Matthew glitched back into him.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I just know that Jake was on his bumper, and next thing you know, Matthew was gone.
Yeah, it knocked him back. He went back into Jake. I saw that. I'm actually riding on Jake.
Yeah, I'm on Jake too.
Yeah, okay.
I saw what you
that
saw.
put Memory right behind him. We ain't worried about you, chap. You got a big lead. Don't nobody need to see you. We got to show them a little bit of racing. You making it bored.
That's funny.
Let us know when you get around the lap car. We'll click back to you.
Oh,
pass on. Boy, that was a power move.
Yeah, he timed that perfect. And Mills is finishing up his service on pit road. He's about to rejoin the race right now.
Yep. Comes right up in front of Jake.
Right in front of Jake. Oh. Beep, beep coming through.
Yeah.
Boy, that's some action right here. Mills with fresh tires. And,
that could have been costly.
Yes.
It was, thought it was going to be an accident there for a second.
But Mills should theoretically pull away with those fresh tires. And how long does Jake stay out before he comes in? Because Jake's normally one of those that likes to stay out as late as possible,
Yeah.
or come in as early. That all depends. Jake's either going to be the last car to pit, or he's going to be the first car to pit. He's never really in between.
I like to go as long as I can go. You know what I mean?
And normally
But
I like
it
to too.
also depends on now if I'm out front. Most times though I go as long as it'll go. Unless I start seeing leaders, guys ahead of me pit, then I might go a lap or two longer and then pit because I don't want to lose too much time to them.
See, in 2 weeks, that's probably going to be me. I'm probably going to be the last one to make a pit stop because that actually worked out so well for me the first time when I freaking, I had such a good run there. I was pitting when some of y'all, and I was coming out like, maybe 15 laps before some of y'all was about ready to come back in again.
Hey, what?
And
Mills has got a mirror
Mills
full
ain't
of
pulling
Jake
away.
memory.
Yeah, Mills ain't pulling away. Oh,
Well,
he takes it wide.
he drove it wide.
Oh, all the way to the sand
That
trap.
pressure we talked about, just that guy being behind you, he overdrove it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now, of course, honestly, I'm not sure if that was for position or...
Mikey's down pit road. BBD's coming up. Finish his service.
But memory
yeah, I don't know where Mills was.
Sights.
I don't know what position, who memory's in the wall. I don't know if Jake's second. I'm pretty sure Chap's still first. But I don't know who's second. I have no clue who's second. And I don't see nobody behind Chap. He's all by himself. There ain't nobody in front or behind him, man. Not a single car.
Nope.
Maybe they'd call him up on his, hit him up, talk to him, see it's so long, friend.
Oh, Chap.
I bet he'd love being in car race reporter right at this moment.
That's funny.
All by himself on the track. Mr. Lonely.
Matthew goes wide back there. Yeah, right now the battle looks like it's Jake and Memory at the moment. Well, not anymore. Like Jake's starting to pull away from that battle.
Chapman's got this one wrapped up too. Don't know how many laps we got to go.
Yeah, I guess Buck and Poopy both didn't want to participate tonight because both of them did practice, but both of them are not huge fans of road courses. I'm all for not liking tracks, but I think everybody should have to be able to run the tracks because that's you're only going to get better. Or
you gotta try, man. Put some effort in it.
Hell, there's tracks that we go to that I'm not the fan of, but shoot, I'm still going to run if
I hate the Roval, but I tell you what, if it's on the schedule, I'm going to practice and I'm going to run it.
Yeah.
I put in more practice on that track because I know that's one that I haven't raced much and that I'm not good on, you know what I mean? I would have to get my braking points and all that stuff down on it.
Yeah, I just wish guys would just see it through, not just say, I don't like this track, so... I'm not going to
remember. He almost got that wall again, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if either he's. I don't know if he's loose. Has he pitted yet? Memory?
I have no idea. That's just it. Watching other cars, I'm not sure if Jake or Memory pitted.
Or I'm wondering if they're getting down to the end because Memory's driving awful hard to try to pass him. He overdrove it there a couple turns ago.
They could have. Mills is starting to slowly catch this group back up again. Look like Mills really had a fast car here. And if the Jake and Memory could have pitted already, we just didn't catch it. Because I caught whenever Mills pitted, and I caught when Chapman pitted. Coyote pitted.
Yeah, I
So
don't think I've seen either one of these two on pit road yet. Or I ain't caught them on pit road, and I have
yeah,
been
I
switching
haven't.
around.
Yeah, I haven't caught him on pit road. So if the
Yeah.
race ends, I mean, I'm pretty sure we probably just missed the pit
And
stop.
I've
It
been
seems
on
like
it.
everybody has to pit.
Yeah, and I've been on these two since a lot more since Pickle was with them, you know. But I've been going back them two a lot more because they've had the closer racing out of everybody.
I tell you one thing though, I've been watching Mills. Mills looks like he is cutting into both their leads, and
Yeah, there's
I don't know how
nobody
many laps
behind
they got
him.
left. I don't know how many laps they got left, but
Is that Memory Jake in front of him?
yep,
We
Memory
keep
and Jake's in
let's
front of him.
we'll ride a lap with Mills here, and we'll see
Matthews
how
is
much
leaving the
he
pits
gains any
now.
ground on him.
Matthew concludes his pit stop. He's
Oh, Memory's around. I don't know what happened to Memory there. I don't know if he got loose or he bounced off that wall or something. Spun around, beat BD's into the wall out of turn one down there. I don't know what's going on with him. I'll keep eye here. See if Jake's got a good lead on him.
yeah, and I'm going to see if Memory could somehow catch back Mills, which seems like before he spun, Mills was the one that was actually catching him. So I would think that Mills would be driving away from Memory right now. And Jake, I don't know. Don't like that
Yeah,
gap between Jake and Mills.
Memory just went way wide.
Yeah, maybe it's just tires. Maybe he didn't pit yet. Maybe he'll be pitting soon. Or maybe he just overdrove it.
Yeah. Like I said, he was trying real hard to pass Jake. You could tell I seen him overdrive the one turn.
Yeah.
He was trying really hard. That's why I'm wondering if they're getting close here to the end. Because he was trying awful hard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it's over.
Oh, over. Yeah, looks like it's over. Because,
Yeah.
about to say, because he's not trying to catch nobody up going slow like that.
Yeah, he
Off the
just.
track.
And you
Creeping
wonder
around
it's
turn
Chapman
one.
again. And I'm sorry,
I
but
don't even know who the hell second
don't.
place is.
I don't know who second and third is. My guess is probably gonna be Mills and Jake.
That would be a safe assumption because I want to say that.
Do you remember who all was in the first one? We know it was Chap.
Chap, Jake, Mills. I think it might have been Chap, Jake, and Mills.
They top three in the last race too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out when we get them in here.
You sure would. Alright, Chapman. Or was it Coyote? No, Coyote wasn't third. I think it was Mills. Jake. Jake and Mills. And we can get Coyote in here, being that, you know, he's a preset guy. The preset. I don't know.
And you got Chapman with fastest lap 107. 107, 290. Mills second, 107, 575.
There we go. Chapman, Jake, Mills, and Coyote.
I'm over here clicking. What am I doing? Oh, I hate that, man, when you're about to sneeze.
Yep.
And then it just burns your nose.
Yep.
Uh,
Here's our first one. Here's Mills. Coyote. And waiting to see if Jake joins. Hey, Coyote, what happened with Pickle? Looked like he was having a tough time there tonight.
I can barely hear Coyote.
yeah.
Oh man, I know he
Hey, do
he just
y'all
wrote
have
so.
one question? Do y'all have y'all's mics on always allow?
Yes.
All right. Let's start with Mills. Man, um, boat races look like you're really strong. Tell us about your car at the Roval, and then tell us about your car at the Glen.
Yeah, the Roval was really good to me there. You know, I was expecting to do well. It's one of my favorite tracks. Car was good all night. There was just there's no touching Chapman in that three. He was just in a zip code of his own. So um, yeah, both races though went really well. You know, had a little bit of a moment at Watkins Glen where there was an issue with my headset and I went sailing off into the sand
Fake
trap.
news.
Thank you.
But what can you do?
Fake
So,
news.
yeah,
He
no, a lot
pulled
of
out
fun
the
out there
broom and
tonight.
swept y'all's ass under the rug.
Also, you new to old school this season. Tell us, since you joined, what you see versus like the competition level and racing with the guys here. Tell us your perspective on old school, being that this is your first season with us.
Yeah, no, the competition is unreal. You know, it's there's 5, 6, 7 guys that are within a tenth of each other every race. Makes it really difficult to get out there and win. You know, you have to be so consistent. But you know, there's not a driver in here who's not talented. You know, the racing's amazing. It's clean. I don't think we had one major issue tonight. So yeah, no, it's been a blast. Happy to be here and looking forward to getting back on the track next week.
Well, we definitely appreciate you joining us. I know Coyote. Well, when I asked him and everything to put us all, gave him creative control of everything with presets, I wanted to kind of give a preset guy, everything because he stepped up in a big way, him and Chapman, and really did. I find he really did really good with the series, and we got some great competition there. Jake always seems to find the competition goes apparently, but Jake, take us because apparently you and Chapman were front row in both races. Tell me about your car and that pit stop you did so early. What was your thoughts at the Roval for doing that? And what happened to you at the Glen?
Uh, I definitely am a little salty about the Roval because I felt like I definitely had something for Chapman for sure. But the plan was just to pit and hope he would either mess up if it went green or if it didn't go green, a caution would come out. They would all pit. I would get the lead if everybody pitted. That was the plan, or hopefully they were gonna do that. But I mean, my car was better on old tires. I was running super fast laps. I was super consistent. I had a great car, but I wanted to try something different. We ran practices, and in both practices where we ran the 25%, I was able to run Chapman down, but not knowing how. I don't know if he messed up or not. So I was just kind of
No.
hoping that I could do that. No,
Chapman.
in the practices
Yeah,
he did. Like I
yeah.
was
Yeah.
35 seconds back, but by the time we took the white flag, I was within like 4 or 5 seconds, if not already there. So that I felt very comfortable. I was definitely more consistent than Chapman at the Roval. but he ultimately got the victory, and I just made the wrong call. That's all. And congratulations, Chapman. He was definitely fast. Not gonna lie, he was definitely fast. But I definitely felt like I had something for him at the Roval.
Yeah, we was talking about that.
Little salty on the Roval, but he had me at the Glen for sure.
And we was
He was
wondering
definitely
why
fast.
you pitted. I told Trendy, I said, I don't know, but I know in qualifying, and he
That's how
likes to
confident I
pit
was.
early to get his adjustment in.
I was that
So
confident
I
that I
didn't
could
know
get him.
if you was pulling a strategy, but if you was, I wasn't understanding why you did it on the first lap. You
It
know,
was because
that
of
had me
practices
confused.
that we did. It was because of the
So,
practices that we
yeah.
ran. So
We was waiting to get you in here to ask you that question.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we was, yeah.
yeah,
But
that was it.
I believe Chapman was running that beast mode strategy I did at New Hampshire. You know, don't show all the guys all your cards right away. Just wait to whoop it out on them on race day and show them how fast that car was. Because when I told Dark, I was like, you need a telescope to figure out who the hell second place is and where he's at, because Chapman was gone. He was just gone.
Yeah, I didn't see nobody in the front or behind. So
And speaking of the winner of boat races, Chapman, I'm sorry if you only got about 2 minutes worth of airtime, because basically that's about took you 2 minutes before you pulled out 20 seconds on everybody. But tell us about your car, man. You was definitely look like you were on rails, and the Roval looks like you were basically was so good. You was able to control what kind of pace you wanted to run. If you needed to, if Mills was getting a little closer to you, you'll get on the gas a little bit, and you get that lead back out there, then you'll back down, save your car. But it just looked like you was in total control of the Roval, and then the Glen is just like you just got on the gas and you just never got off. You just was gone. You were like a little rocket ship, which. I just got word in my ear that you getting piss test and your car is going to be impounded. They definitely think there's some illegal stuff going on. Tire test.
Tire samples.
Well, I sucked at the Roval apparently before, because
give us 2 days of it, might come up with a couple more seconds. He was ahead there. You know, by the time we get it all tallied in.
the very first practice we did was like a few days ago, and it was just me, Jake, and Matthew. And my best lap at that point I'd ever run was like a minute 18 something, and I thought that was good. And then I saw Jake's numbers. I'm like, damn, I gotta pick it up. And so I just literally I saw him, and then I did what he did, and then I figured it out, and I'm like, oh, Jake does this here and here, and apparently I was doing it wrong.
But
Yeah,
you
I'll have to
definitely
leave
put
a
it all
comment.
together when it counted.
The Glen, though, the bus stop was my ace, I guess, where I would put it in third right before I entered and let the car roll through there. Right at the exit, I would hit the carousel and put it in second gear, and then go like those were my best turns. That's where I would pull away from everybody else.
Well, Trinity lied. You did get airtime.
I
There was one point I did say, well, you know, I'm tired of watching him. He's bored. Let's go find somebody where some action's at. And we found Jake Memory and who was that? Jake Memory and
Mills.
Mills.
Actually
And Matthew was in there too.
Matthew was there, yeah.
So that's where the action was at the moment. So we kind of stayed on them, you know, give action.
Yeah, every
but
time
yeah,
we
y'all
go to Chapman,
got
there's nobody
airtime.
within view in front or behind.
Yeah, and we watch it for a few seconds, man, and then we just had to go to somebody else.
But man, guys, another race in the books. Surprisingly, I didn't expect Chapman to sweep him the way he did. I really thought, based on the practices, it would have been closer. But hey, you know, sometimes it happens that way, and you know. But I think there was a couple of people who wanted to skip road courses tonight. But Coyote, I just want to say, man, thank you for what you're doing on the preset side. You and Chapman putting all this together, and it's so far it has not been disappointing, and y'all been doing really, really well. And with the addition of Mills and Jake and everything, so with all that being said, man, like I said, I just want to say congratulate you for everything what you done over there and all the racing that y'all bringing from each Tuesday night.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. I'm
Yep.
just ready to start just turning left again. So that's
Yeah.
we're done with this. That's all
Well,
I gotta
we
say.
could tell in the race
Congrats,
you didn't
Chapman. Let's
like
move on.
turning right. Your car didn't
No,
like turning right either. But
yeah, and I didn't
it
really,
was clean racing
I
though.
was smooth. It was like I never even really spun out on either one. It's just I just wasn't fast. I
Well,
don't know.
y'all did a good
I
job, man.
can't confirm
Cause
like that.
I watched most everybody. I mean, we got some good views, but I never saw nobody running over nobody putting nobody in no walls, nothing like that. I mean, we saw good clean racing.
Yep, yep.
I
And
think
I
I think
also
the
want to
issues
thank,
that happened was single issues of
yeah.
somebody screwing up.
But
That
I also wanted to thank both you, Wildcard and Chapman, for also being in the booth on Friday nights.
yeah.
That's a huge help to us, and
Yeah, man.
appreciate
Appreciate it.
y'all
If it
helping
wasn't for y'all, we
cover
wouldn't
that.
get
Yeah.
broadcasted, man.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for broadcasting on this end too all the time, and yeah, I mean, really, a special thanks to Chapman for that because there's been a couple of them I've had to miss, and but yeah, it's fun though. I like doing it, so
Oh yeah. Well,
look
we try
forward
to
to
give
it
y'all enough
Fridays.
excitement, man. Keep y'all wanting to come up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know y'all got it in New Hampshire. I went back once to all that. Well, they're like, hey, I already know better than that. Here comes dark. He ain't giving it up.
yeah,
Hell no, I ain't giving it up. Oh, this boy's gonna work. I'm just as fast as they are, but I had a good car at New Hampshire, man. I was set
Yeah.
up for that win, man, and I fucking tried to race Trent too hard and knew my car would outlast his. I was better, and I should. He was on what 10 laps older fucking tires.
Yeah,
So
I want to say I was one of the first ones
yeah,
that
and
came in.
that's when I hit them barrels. I pushed it just a little too hard trying to get on the inside and make the pass on him. And boy, I about went in. But luckily I came out fifth. But man, you talking about mad at myself? I was set up to
But
be in first when that shook out. But
Chicago, I'm guarantee y'all gonna have fun calling that race because that usually is one of our exciting tracks there, especially
yeah,
restarts and
bunch of
oh
guys
yeah.
about the
the
same
racing is gonna be
speed.
something there. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely plenty of action going around there, so it's gonna be fun. And then I'm kind of can't wait to get this past this week because then we go to Phoenix and I'm licking my chops over there. Just saying.
You ain't getting that damn win. I'll get my first one. And if I got to put you in
Well,
the wall.
Well, if you can keep up with me at Phoenix and you're
I
close
don't know
enough,
about Phoenix. You got a better car than me at Phoenix. I guess I'm gonna have to work on mine. But yeah, I noticed from last time I made you work on yours, you done put in a rocket ship. So now I've got to step my game up.
but we got plenty of racing left in the season, both sides, and it's been a pleasure watching everybody. And like I said, I just wanted to thank y'all for everything y'all done on the preset side and helping on the custom side. So, with all that being said, we are done for the night.
Yep. Out of here from Old School Motorsports. Night, guys.
Yep, from me, Dark Chat